Yeah, David, thank you very much indeed. Not long now until kick-off here between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool, but as you mentioned, the big team news from Old Trafford is that Marcus Rashford is not involved again at all. Gary, Neville, I'm guessing it's not a surprise, but what is your reaction to it?
Yeah, I was just going to say it's not really big team news anymore. It's something of the norm, a pattern now developed over the last week. It was a surprise last weekend, but yeah, I think obviously now is getting to a point whereby you leave him out 3 games on the bounce. Something really is obviously going wrong or has gone wrong, and it's not looking great for both Marcus's future at the club and for Manchester United keeping him either. I suspect it's getting to that point in the journey where it looks like it's a sort of inevitable ending.
Do you feel the inevitability could actually happen in January, and in what form?
If you said to me 7 or 8 days ago, I said absolutely no chance. As I stand there today now, I think it's, one thing in the past, even with players at United or any big club, when it's getting to the point whereby you're talking to me about this every single week and it's a distraction for the manager and he becomes the focal point of the press conference, I think it does become obvious that then he probably has to leave and that the club want him to leave, and it'll probably work for both parties. I mean, there are good examples as well of players who've struggled at United. Jadon Sancho's gone to Chelsea, he's doing better. Scott McTominay wasn't struggling at United, but he's left to go to Napoli, he's doing well. So Marcus might think it's the right thing for him as well.
Let's get to this game, big game, Tottenham against Liverpool. It feels quite big now for Liverpool, this one, given that they've drawn their previous 2, and Tottenham can give them a few problems, can't they?
They can. I mean, I was here on Thursday evening watching the Manchester United game against Tottenham, and Tottenham obviously blew Manchester United away for 15 minutes in the second half, a 3-0 up, but they're never safe in the game. And with Liverpool's forward line, Tottenham's problems with injuries in defence, I can actually only see one outcome today. I know that sounds really sort of negative because I love coming to this stadium, I actually love watching Tottenham play, but I think Liverpool is a big game for them. Obviously, they're in a great position in the league. Arne Slot's done a great job, but I do see them getting over the line here today. Well,
just one more on this before I talk about the game that you're at. You talk about the manager. How do you feel he's handled it?
Something has to change at Manchester United. For 10 years we've been watching a lot of the same players over the last 4 or 5 years deliver the same results. We've talked about culture a number of times. If there are players that aren't quite fitting in for one reason or another, if they've not got good enough quality, they have to be let go. Ruben Amorim knows now 5 managers before him have fallen, and some of those managers have shown faith in these same players. So I think it's a case of he's got to protect himself and do the right thing for the club and himself.
Gary,
in the end.
Yeah, you touched on it before, the goalkeeper at Tottenham and that central defensive partnership as well. Clearly not the first choice. Is that where Liverpool can exploit?
Oh, absolutely, and they will exploit it, no doubt. Manchester United was so poor going forward in the first half the other night. Even in the second half, they couldn't really create chances of their own, goal-scoring chances of their own. They obviously scored goals, but only through the mistakes of Tottenham. But Liverpool are a different kettle of fish. They've got some brutal finishers, they've got some fantastic players up front, great innovation, creativity. They will cause problems. And look, I've been there myself where you've had 3 or 4 centre-backs out and you play 2 makeshift centre-backs. It is not easy. It is not easy.
Ange Postecoglou is unapologetic about Tottenham's style, about their approach. It's who we are, mate, seems to be the buzz phrase with him these days. Should he be given a bit of credit for that as well, though, for sticking to that?
I don't think he should apologise for his style. I mean, to be fair, I came here for 4 or 5 years. It was like a drain watching Tottenham play. It was awful. They may have got better results at times and finished higher up the league, but I have to say it wasn't pleasant to watch. The football here, when I get Tottenham now, when I get my games given by the Sky producer at the sort of, a couple of months before, I enjoy it when I get given Tottenham games because I know we're going to see a fantastic game of football, and that's not patronising them. They've scored the 2nd most goals in the league. They've got the joint third best defensive record. They've won more games than any other team by 3 goals. They have got 10 injuries as well. They've got a mountain of injuries. If they had their players fit, they'd be right up there, Tottenham, this season. So, other clubs, I think also, their managers seem to whinge when they get 1 or 2 players injured. Ange doesn't seem to make that much of a fuss about his injury problems. He's got horrific ones, particularly at the back. Look, they can manage games better. They can control games better. I'm sure that he was pulling his hair out the other night. But if your goalkeeper goes and makes 2 mistakes like that with the ball at his feet, I don't really know what you want to. I don't really know what he can do. I mean, what's he changing there? You know what I mean? They are just genuine mistakes. So yeah, there are control and management issues in games which definitely can be a lot better. They're giving up goals against Chelsea and against Brighton. They're bad defeats to give away. But it'll be a good game. I know that. But I think that Liverpool will just have too much firepower for them.
Just finally, Gary, as we stand now, Liverpool top of the league, of course. They could be second by the time they kick off. But
Yeah.
overall, title race-wise, do you still put them as clear favourites for this?
Well, they are clear favourites. I've stuck with Arsenal winning it at this moment in time. I think they'll go on a run. I think Liverpool are a difficult patch. But to be honest with you, the more it goes on, the more you see Liverpool's strength. They've got good experience. In this year, it's a league that is just very different. It's very different than the years gone by, so it's there to win. And Liverpool are in with a great chance.